Hi everyone, this is Gaza Major with ReMax Real Estate Center, keeping you informed on everything real estate. Today I break a golden rule and talk politics. It should come as no surprise that affordability in the Canadian housing market has become a key issue in the upcoming federal election. 42% of Canadians said that the high cost of housing was preventing them from entering the housing market. This concern was significantly higher among young Canadians aged 18 to 34. So, how do we improve affordability in the Canadian housing market? If it sounds familiar, it should. Canadian real estate was an election issue in 2019 and back in 2015. Now, as we count down to September 21st, unfortunately but unsurprisingly, this topic has once again surfaced, and like the housing market, it's hotter than ever. There's been little movement in the right direction since the last federal election. Hot market conditions have been exacerbated by COVID-19, with extreme competition, unaffordable prices, and barely time to breathe in the whirlwind, let alone take the time required to make a calm and controlled decision. In an effort to rein in these runaway price growth, each party has raised its hand with solutions to make housing more affordable and accessible to Canadians. So here's some of their proposals, and this is just in summary. So the Liberal Party wants to ban foreign buyers from buying Canadian homes for the next 2 years. They also want to establish a rent-to-own program with $1 billion in new funding to create a pathway for renters to buy homes in 5 years or less. The Conservative Party has come up with something like building 1 million homes over 3 years, including releasing at least 15% of the federally owned properties for housing. They also want to encourage a new market in 7 to 10-year mortgages to provide stability for both first-time homebuyers and lenders. The New Democrats want to reintroduce 30-year terms to mortgages insured by CMHC on entry-level homes for first-time buyers. I'll put links below so that you can get more details on each party's platform. ReMax executives weigh in. Supporters are undoubtedly ready to go full steam ahead on the above in the interest of cooling this hot Canadian housing market, but ReMax executives would prefer to pump the brakes on government intervention that are designed to control the market and focus instead on increasing supply. Where should government intervention lie? In assisting developers to build product and removing red tape. We need less government intervention, not more. We need less taxation, not more. A supply-side solution needs to be a collaborative effort across all three levels of government. Christopher Alexander, Senior Vice President at ReMax Canada, agrees. Policies that impact market dynamics usually end badly for homeowners. The solution should not be about changing market dynamics, but should focus on tackling supply challenges. So on taxes, while taxation may serve as a temporary cooling measure for a hot housing market, it has never been a successful long-term answer to rising prices. And as we all know, a band-aid is not a cure. Defaulting to conventional changes in tax or mortgage policies, as has been done in the past and reintroduced time and time again, does not make the Canadian real estate market affordable for families. On foreign investors and speculators are still shouldering some of the blame for depleting housing supply and driving prices out of reach for average Canadians, which is why foreign buyer speculator tax keeps rearing its ugly head. There's already one in BC and there's one in Ontario, the country's most expensive regions to buy or rent a home. Clearly, prices have not declined or even eased in their growth rate. Now it's on the table with the Liberals and Conservatives that they want to ban foreign buyers. 96% of transactions were being done by end users, that is, people buying a home to live in. We believe the problem and solution is much closer to home. What might a real solution to the Canadian housing market look like? We might be starting to sound like a broken record, but the only solution to Canada's housing affordability crisis is more housing supply. How do we get there? First and foremost, a national housing strategy that successfully increases housing supply must be a coordinated effort between all three levels of government. Next, rather than penalizing with taxes and policies that do nothing to boost supply levels, Why not incentivize developers and build more affordable family-sized homes close to transit hubs? Tax rebates, reducing the red tape, and easing application and approval process can go a long way. Right now, in cities like Toronto and Vancouver, it can take 2 years or more to get a project approved, and then a couple more to build. During that time, Canadians are waiting, immigration is happening, demand is growing, and prices continue to rise. On the consumer side, home sellers can also be incentivized to move through tax rebates or other incentives to ease the financial pain of selling a home and moving. Follow the links below to see what the major political parties are proposing for housing. Get informed and vote on September 24th.